Good morning. It is a cold and wet day here in North Carolina, and today we're going to talk about the exciting field of dynamic range and how it affects you as a wildlife photographer. I think there's a lot of confusion about dynamic range. A lot of people have a lot of really good videos that talk about the technical aspect of dynamic range. And if you want to see those, that's a really good thing out there. But I want to talk to you about dynamic range in the real world. How do photographers use dynamic range? How does it affect us as wildlife photographers? An example here is a photograph I took in Utah. This is a mountain here. Actually, this is a coal mountain here. So we have a very black mountain. We have white clouds above it, and there are actually some buildings in the front of it. And dynamic range is the ability for the camera to record the detail in the clouds as well as the detail in the mountains. And see those buildings down here? Those are the things that we want recorded, and that's what dynamic range does. The ability for the camera to record the light up here and the dark down here. Now, I know that some of you are thinking to yourself, well, how does that affect me as a bird photographer or a photographer of animals or wildlife or flowers or anything like that? And the way it affects you is that dynamic range affects the ability for the camera to record different aspects of an animal, a flower, a bird. So you take Carolina chickadee. Carolina chickadee has black, it has gray, it has brown on it. The ability for your camera to record those different colors is a big deal for dynamic range. Your camera's ability to record those images. And it may not be as dramatic as this image here is, but it's important to know there. Now, there's certain things that you can do as a photographer when you get back to your computer and edit some of these software. I'm going to cover these later in later episodes, but it's important as a wildlife photographer to understand that if you get an image back to your computer and you realize that the blacks are just so black you can't see any detail in it, or whites are just so blown out there's no detail in it, you can fix those. But the reason why that occurred is because of dynamic range. And it's important for you to understand these things so that when you get back to your computer, you don't have these incredibly shocks or anything like that. I just want to make a really quick video on this. I think it's something that it's important for people to know about. And it's kind of like, as I say to myself, I don't know how my car works. I know I have to put gas in it. I know I have to hire a mechanic to fix it. But I know there are some basic things I know about my car. And this is kind of one of those basic things as a wildlife photographer you should know. What is dynamic range? I want to thank you for watching. If you got anything out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel because that really helps us in the YouTube world. Become Patreon supporter. Your support allows us to keep doing this. My name is Leahy. I want to thank you for watching.